Okay, welcome to the committee meeting on schools. Today we're going to start with bill number 774, titled School Uniforms. Is there a proponent for this bill today?
Yes. Representative T. Rav Hackey.
Okay, Representative Hackey, please stand and state your purpose and why you're here today.
Okay, well, my bill has to do with school uniforms.
Point of order.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Mr. Chair Zapone.
Please remember to state your name and delegation again.
Oh, sorry. My name is T. Rav Hackey, Delegation 316. And sorry. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Okay. So I'm here to talk about my bill. My bill would have to do with school uniforms. And this is a school uniform that it doesn't cost anything. You know, it's one of those that any kid can afford. And what that is I believe that every child who comes and goes to a public school should have to shave their head bald. And what this does is it creates an environment where nobody cares what other people look like, so that they can then focus on their learning. And isn't that what's most important? The learning. Not their hairdos, not what they're wearing, because I guarantee you with the bald heads, nobody's going to be looking at their clothes, they're just going to be looking at the heads. And since everybody's head is bald, it's a win-win all around. So that's what I think we should do. Let's be bald together. So,
Thank you very much.
thank you. Yeah.
And at this time, would you yield the time for questions?
I would like to yield my time to Representative Gina Burt, Delegation 314.
Okay.
Okay, so Gina Burt, Representative Gina Burt.
Representative Gina Burt, Delegation 314. I have a question. With the bald heads, in the winter it gets cold. What about hats of some sort? Would there be some sort of uniform hats that they could wear to keep their heads warm in the winter?
Am I allowed to speak, Mr. Chair?
Yes, you respond.
Okay.
You have yielded your time.
Okay. I would say that in a heated and cooled classroom environment that we have in our schools, that's really a non-issue, because obviously coming to school in the cold weather, yes, we want them to dress appropriately, but once we are in that classroom setting, it's a non-issue. I have been bald for the last 17 years of my life, and I have never had an issue with the chills or over sweating in the classroom, unless I'm in one classroom, but she just keeps her heat up all the way, but that's a different issue. Really, I do not see that as an issue.
All right. I have another question. Okay.
You have the floor until all your questions.
Okay, I just have one more question. At what length does the stubble need to be in order for it to be a violation of the dress code?
Violation of the dress code. Well, that is a very good point. What I would recommend is essentially every child would need to then on Tuesdays and Fridays would need to come with a fresh shaved head. So that kind of keeps that. Now obviously we know people's hair grows at different lengths, and I get that. So I would be okay with that. But if we have a uniform Tuesday, Thursday, shaved head, clean policy, then that eliminates the exact length. If some people are like Yetis and they grow it out like in 2 days, well, you know, that's their problem. But as long as we know every Tuesday and Friday they show up with a freshly shaved head, then I'm good with that.
All right. Thank you. That's all my questions.
Representative Stevens.
Will the proponent yield to a series of questions?
Yes.
Winter Stevens, 316. So I get where you're coming from, but what about the people with religion? Like, where would that come in?
Okay. Obviously, with our Constitution and the freedom to practice the religion you want, there obviously would be a clause that would obviously allow, if it's against your religion, for that to happen, just like we do with the hijabs that students wear in class. So I'm perfectly cool with that. So whatever, if it's for religious purposes and it is a valid religious purpose, then we'll allow it, just like we do most things in America.
Okay.
Representative Burt?
Representative Gina Burt, 314. I would like to follow up on Representative Mark Stevens' note about the religion. Is that written in your bill already, or was that something that would need to be amended?
That is written in my bill.
Oh, okay, fabulous. Then I'm all for it.
Okay.
I'm speaking out in favor of this bill. I say shave their heads.
Okay.
It sounds like our debate's coming to a conclusion unless there's anyone who would like to speak against this bill. No, and there's no need for amendment or a change to this bill, as is. All right, then we need a motion on the floor. Representative Hackey.
Representative Travis Hackey, Delegation 316. I move to approve Bill 774 on shaving our heads.
And is there a second?
I second that motion.
And Representative Burt seconds. All those in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
Nay.
Sounds like the majority is the ayes. This bill is approved on to the full House chamber where it will be debated there. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Do I stop?
Yep.